damage in the original wall. No wings. It was a 2,500 capacity movie theater, which is kind of hard to imagine nowadays. Like, I've never sat in a movie theater with 2,500 people. And so it's actually really close to the size of the Paramount. Paramount seats about 2,700, so just 200 shy of that. So when the building was originally built, this was all lobby. And right here in this archway that we have here was where the original staircase went up to the next floor. That staircase would have taken you up to the bottom.
Oh, hey, check it out, you guys. It's Andrew Conru, the heart and soul behind the Conru Art Foundation.
Everybody else was hibernating. He was creating this.
And this is Marty Griswold. He's the publisher of public Display.art. They are collaborating here at the Coliseum Theater, which has been on the corner of 5th and Pike since 1916 and is one of the nation's first cinema palaces. The Coliseum has been on the National Directory of Historic Places since 1971, and this art show pop-up has given new life and amazing new interest to the building as well as the art. It's being billed as the Summer of Awe and is a wonderful, exciting, free of charge art museum through September 6th, 2026. There is a ton to unpack here, so let's go easy. First up, the art show. These are all local, established, and/or upcoming artists. They cover topics from celebration and elation to hiding oneself in a crowd. Some are marvelous and bold. Some take my breath away from sheer emotion. I love to let art envelop me, so this show has taken me about 45 minutes, twice. Secondly, they are offering a fascinating look at the historical theater itself, and Rein, our tour guide, is already in progress. He graciously agreed to let me mic him, so I'm gonna let him take over. Let's go catch up. We'll get back to the art later.
This would be the lower entrance to the upper balcony. So right off the bat, you're gonna see some of the damage in the original wall. But yeah, just pause for a moment to take it all in.
Can you explain again?
The theater was operating from 1916 up until about 1989, when the last movie shown here was actually Tremors. 4 years later, Banana Republic came in to buy the building to use it as retail space. They didn't need everything that was up here, they just needed the bottom floor. They were also, because of the earthquakes in the region, needed to do a seismic retrofit in order to operate the building, which is kind of funny that Tremors was the last movie and then seismic retrofit was the first thing they have to do. And what they ended up doing, there was a more expensive option, which would have been to reinforce everything up here. You've got all this original terracotta, all these original designs, the original proscenium arch. And instead of doing all the reinforcement on all of that, what they did was just pour a large concrete slab that would be right here at the bottom of where the upper balcony ends. But originally below this, you can see down these stairs here, that would have been the bottom of the upper balcony. Below that, about 2 stories down, would have been the lower floor. And then right underneath this, there was also another lower balcony. Originally, it was gold and ruby paint in here. There was a large painted ceiling medallion here, very intricate and ornate. Every surface here was meant to make, a night out feel incredibly grand. Now we have the paint in here that was put in the 1950s, which I think is probably a little less grand than what what the original color scheme was. Not sure what the thinking was on that, but this is the paint that we have now. You'd be looking, down at quite an angle there to see the screen, but again, without that concrete there, it's really hard to picture it, but without that concrete there, you are still getting a pretty good sense of what's happening down there.
Let's talk about what's really going on here. It's much more than a free art show, isn't it? The new owners here have quite a remarkable piece of real estate on their hands. The history and the bones of the place are simply spectacular. This little project, well, little in air quotes, has a huge task attached to it. The idea is for the team to provide imaginative venue opportunities for the space, to find out if there is enough community interest in the building to pursue returning it to some version of its former glory, and what kind of venue they will reinvent. Of course, the hope is that with their own fundraising and with the interest of some Seattle movers and shakers, that they can secure the funding needed to save the Coliseum from its current state. As a nationally registered historic building, it can't knowingly be demolished. Won't it be great when they reopen the theater with the movie Tremors? Huh? You should go right away, Wednesday through Sunday until September 6th, free from noon until dinner time. Text me and I'll meet you there. Travel safe. Bye.